Yo, what is up, guys? So this video I'm about to show you is the first module in the SRM Blueprint course, which is the course I've put together over the last 4 years of coaching guys on Nofap and semen retention, helping guys align to their highest purpose, quit porn and masturbation for good. This is a very special course. And the beauty of it is I'm giving you guys free access to this course. You can go into school. The link is in the description. You can access this whole course for free. If you want to stay in the community, then you'll have to pay $28 per month. But if you just want to watch the course and you want to leave, you can do that. But what I want to do is I want to get this out to you guys because I want to branch into bigger things in terms of personal development, but I want something for all the guys that are still working on overcoming this, right? So check out this video, guys. There's going to be a lot of value in here. It's going to give you the foundations. It's going to give you an idea of what you're going to find inside the blueprint. Give it a watch and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, guys, so module 1, we're going to be diving into mindset. This is probably the most important foundation when it comes to overcoming porn and masturbation. You could have the right accountability, you could have the right purpose in life, but I really believe if you don't have the right mindset, it's very difficult to see a long-lasting result. That is your foundation, guys. So this is what we're going to be diving into. And the key phase from this module is building momentum, right? The goal of this section of the module is to allow you to change your mindset, change your beliefs about yourself, so that you can actually create a certain amount of momentum towards breaking out of this cycle that you've been in before. I'm excited to share this with you because a lot of the things in here will be things I believe you haven't heard before. And these are going to give you a unique set of tools and perspectives that you're going to be able to implement into your life. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so first things first, guys, is we need to raise our standards, right? You've been operating at a certain frequency. You've been operating at a certain level of consciousness for far too long. And a standard is essentially what you're willing to accept, right? So when you have a low standard for yourself, it means you're willing to accept mediocrity. You're willing to sit in your bed and watch porn and masturbate because you don't hold yourself to a high standard, right? So what we need to do first is we need to essentially raise the bar for ourselves, raise our standards. And this involves, reconstructing our whole self-image, reconstructing how we view ourselves. And it's about having that clear why, why we're even doing this, right? Why did we step onto this path of Nofap and semen retention? Why? Why does it even matter? Getting that new self-image, right? That new belief system about yourself and just identifying as someone, I'm just not someone who does this. And you might think, well, I get to that at the end, right? Well, you have to act in accordance with the person you're trying to become before you're even that person, right? You have to act like the guy who's already accomplished the thing you're trying to get. This is how you become people. This is how successful people become who they want to be, right? It's believing you already have it. Vision, having a vision for yourself, right? This is an important thing. Just like having the why, right? You have the reason why. The why we can dive into in a moment, but you need a vision of like the person you see yourself becoming. There's a version of you in this reality that we live in that is better, that doesn't watch porn, that doesn't masturbate, that does hit the gym, that does eat clean, that does have confidence, that can approach that girl on the street, that has endless energy throughout the day, that has a higher purpose and higher vision for themselves. You know that person exists. And if you don't, you need to realize that there is a version of yourself based on your actions in your life where you can obtain that reality. Okay, so you need that vision. You need to have a picture of that in your mind because that's going to be something that's going to you're pulling yourself towards that, right? And raising those standards. So setting the bar higher for yourself, setting your standard for yourself much, much higher is super important. So, guys, let's dive into this. So guys, you need clarity on the why, okay? And the vision of your future self. Now, as you can see here, there's 2 images of me, right? This is me when I was about 17 years old, okay? I was shy. I was awkward. All I did was spend my time playing video games. I would spend all my time indoors, hunched over, playing Halo, just playing online, just trying to fill this empty void inside of me. I'd go and I'd watch some porn, I masturbate, then I come back, carry on gaming. And this was the cycle I was in. And I hated myself. I hated my life. I looked in the mirror and I thought, I hate this guy. Like, I can't live like this. Like, it was very hard to explain, but it was like a really heavy feeling inside of my soul. I was like, this is not who I'm meant to be. I was never meant to be this person, right? I always knew that there was something better for me out there. I always did. This is me when I was 23 years old. You know, I was just hitting a sauna session and I just took a cheeky photo, you know, and as you can see, I've changed a lot. You know, I've grown up a lot, obviously. But I can tell you now, when I look at this guy, when this guy looks at himself in the mirror, he likes what he sees. He likes who he is. You know, and by all means, I'm always doing work on myself. I'm always improving, as we all are. But these two people are completely different people, and they don't know. They are the same person, but they don't really know each other. You know, they're completely different people, and this was only possible because I had this realization, because I decided that I wanted to quit porn, I wanted to quit masturbation, and that was the actual catalyst for the growth that I experienced with my life. Right. So, guys, you need to realize there is a version of you that is everything you want to be in life, but you just haven't been able to tap into it. There is an infinite number of possible realities that we could possibly live in. And every single decision you've ever made in your life has led you to the moment right now. You're sat watching the screen. That's based on every single choice you've ever made, right? You have to realize you are the one steering the ship. You are in control. You know, fate is a belief, right? If you believe that everything happens and nothing, you're not in control of everything, you've actually, that's a lie, because you've chosen that. So that means that you get to choose. You've chosen that you can't choose, right? You've actually made a choice. So we're always choosing our reality. Every choice we make is making us who we are, and is affecting our life, right? And you may already feel that there's a version of you, right? You wouldn't have clicked on this if you didn't believe there was a possibility for change. You know change exists. You know change is just a hurdle over this problem within your life, but you want to know how to get there, right? And that's why I'm here to help you. But the pain in your soul, is your physical existence not matching the alignment to your soul. So if you're not happy, like this guy here, I wasn't happy with myself because my soul, in my actual soul, was uncomfortable. It didn't want to be where I was, and that's why you have these things like depression and anxiety, because you're not in alignment with who you're really meant to be, right? Even though my physical body was fine, my soul was hurting. And when I became this guy, I realized I am in alignment. I am who I'm meant to be. I am on my true path, and that allowed me to be comfortable with inside myself, to have a sense of peace within myself, right? But this isn't about becoming a fake version of yourself, right? I'm not telling you to picture yourself as this muscular guy and yada yada yada, right? This is just an example, and the muscles don't even need to be a part of it. But you need to recognize that there is a version of you out there, and you may not be able to fully grasp it, right? You may not be able to know exactly, but you just know in your soul that there's a version of you that's better. And you know that if you change yourself, if you get rid of these bad habits, you can actually become that guy. It's more about feeling the version of yourself that you know you could be if you give up the bad habits. So you just want to tap into, who would I be if I gave this up? Who would I be if I quit porn and masturbation, right? Who could I be? And you're not going to have a full understanding. You probably will never know fully your potential, but you just know that there is a version of yourself that you can be tapping into right now, which you're not, that would change your life, right? And yeah, this feeling is your anchor. So you need to tap into this feeling. And this is what I'm explaining in this video, is the why, right? This is your why. You're doing this because you know there's a version of yourself that you could be tapping into that would make your life better, would make the people around you better. You need to have the why. This is why you're doing this, because it's your duty to tap into that version of yourself, because you can't keep living in this low vibration. You can't keep watching porn. You can't keep masturbating. You can't keep staying in this low state. It's time for you to finally make that change. And this is your anchor, guys. So you want to be tapping into this. You want to be seeing that vision of your future self. That's going to be your guiding light throughout this journey. It's going to be your reason for doing this, right? Because, you know, this isn't just some woo-woo spiritual stuff. This is stuff that everyone can kind of understand. And if you're not ready for that change, right? If you don't feel like you're on the cusp of, like, you know, if I just changed these habits, like, because sometimes we trick ourselves into thinking, oh, like, I need to do this Nofap thing, but actually we're not really ready for change, right? We're not really ready to make a shift. If you're watching this right now, I really hope that you are somebody who is truly ready to make this shift, who is going to go through this course that I'm presenting to you and actually implement it and actually use it to propel themselves into a new state of mind, into a new version of yourself, into the best version of yourself, right? That's what I'm looking for. And if you don't have that and you're simply just trying to convince yourself you want change because it strokes your ego, I mean, it's fine. It's still good to go through the course, but you're just not going to tap into the feeling. You're not going to have that burning desire to make that shift. And that's really what I'm trying to get at. And you just won't get the results you're looking for. So if you're someone watching this right now and you have that strong why, you know that, you know, it's not so much something you need to write down, right? And this is the thing. People think, oh, let's write down, I want to quit porn because it will make me have more energy and more time. Well, yeah, obviously. But what I'm looking for is I'm looking for the feeling, right? It's like an inner knowing. It's an inner heart of, I have to make this change, right? And some of you are going to be watching, you're going to understand what I'm saying when I say this. I have to make this change. Every client I've had, I look for this in them. When I'm talking to them, I'm like, do they really want this? You know, because if you're just bullshitting yourself, I don't care. Like, I'm not going to hate on you. It's fine. I think it's good that you're at least trying, but the real change comes from when you really feel inside that, okay, no, I have to make this change. You know, for me, when I was this guy, right, it was a case of, I woke up one day and I thought, I hate my life and I will do anything. I will do absolutely anything to change it. And I just started looking, self-improvement, and I found this thing called Nofap. I was like, oh, Nofap, interesting. What's this? Clicked on it. And then a light bulb moment went off where I was like, oh, like that's why I've been feeling anxious, why I've been feeling low. That's why I have no confidence. That's why, you know, this is what has been destroying me, is watching this porn, masturbating. I need to give this up now. I need to quit this now. And literally within the same day, I didn't go, okay, well, I'll do it tomorrow. No, within the same day, I started this journey. And little did I know that this was going to be one of the hardest things to overcome, right? I didn't realize that. I thought it'd be easy. I thought I could overcome this. It would be easy. It wasn't as easy as that, right? But eventually we made it through because I had that burning desire. I figured out a way no matter what. And you need that, right? You need that to a degree, right? Because we all want to change. We all want to be better. Everyone wants a great body, but only so many people go out and get it. Everyone wants money, but only so many people go out and build a business and make the money. And the key thing is the burning desire. So that's really what your why is. You need to tap into that, right? And you need that vision of your future self. You need to feel or visualize that version of yourself. That when you give this up, that's the person you're going to tap into and you're going to become, and how much better and happier you would be as a person once you get there. Okay, so I hope that all makes sense for this first module. Okay guys, so you've got to the end of the course, module 1, breaking down a set of mindset principles and beliefs. Now the rest of the course, we go through not only mindset, but we start working on sexual transmutation, we start working on purpose, and it really has everything you're looking for in terms of how to overcome porn and masturbation. This is the exact blueprints, the exact principles that I've given to my clients, and we have built the community. We have a coach, a very special coach inside Coaching Guys. He's actually a former client, so he's been through this process. He's had this transformation. He's been in your shoes, alongside myself, appearing here and there on the weekly calls. But you can access a one-to-one group coaching call. You can access the course. We have the community, the forum. We have the one-to-one calls. Everything can be found. If you click the link below, you can find everything. You can have a look. Everything will be explained. You can jump in for 7 days, completely risk-free. I highly recommend checking it out, guys. Don't sleep on this. I've put a lot of work into this. So if you're interested, the link is in the description and you can go check that out right now. Cheers. Thank you, guys. I'll see you in the next one.